Oh, good afternoon, and welcome to DC News Now at noon. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw.
And I'm meteorologist Damon Matson.
All right, let's get right to it. We have a new look. This is part of a new format, but our focus remains the same to bring news, sports, and weather that affect you here in the region. So this is kind of exciting. And I have my teammate, Shanika Grimshaw, and of course, Damon Matson, and we are embarking on this new journey together. Pretty cool.
Oh, yes. We are so excited. It's Wednesday. You have a new look, but you have the same people. And I mean, to me, this just gives us more of an opportunity to show you who we really are.
I don't think nobody really cares about me, actually. I'm kind of boring. But I'd like to learn a little bit more about you and Damon for sure. But
you know everything about us. You've been working with us way too long.
But our folks at home don't. I mean, you guys have interesting personalities and interesting lives. For me, I'm just that guy on the couch. Hoping that the Commanders can start winning again. I'm just saying.
Mark and Shanika, that's just it. I mean, the viewers are going to definitely see the new look, but we are so excited to share this with them all. And this is an opportunity for us to chop it up a little bit. We're obviously going to give you the news. We're going to give you the weather information you need every day. But we're going to have fun. We're gonna have some jokes along the way, some laughs, and it's going to be a new style. So we're excited.
And it's a big day, Damon and Shanika, not only for us, but also the Washington Wizards. Their season starts today here at home. We're going to talk about that in just a bit. So it's really a big day across the board, and nothing affects our days more than weather. Day 3 of the week, Damon Matson, the sun continues to shine.
The fall is here, though.
Did you feel that chill in the air again?
Yes.
It came in with earnest. It was definitely out there last night as the front swept through. And we saw some rain in parts of the area that soon brought in some of those chillier temps. So the rainfall was enough, no doubt, to catch your attention, make things a little bit soggy depending on where you were at. But it wasn't a lot of rainfall at the end of the day. Some parts of the region picked up close to 1/10 of an inch. Others did stay dry. But again, all those showers basically were a signal that we're back flipping over into this more crisp fall-like setup. Now, we did have a good amount of sunshine as we went through the morning time, but given the fact that we're going to see more of this chilly air wrapping around and we're going to have some gusty winds at times too, clouds are going to continue to stream their way in the northern half of the area, right along the I-270 corridor into north central Maryland, back over toward the mountains of West Virginia. You're seeing a good amount of that cloud cover. Still, though, some sunshine hanging out in the district. And there will be that clear divide. The farther south you are, still going to have some sunshine. The farther north, a little more cloud cover. But given the fact we'll have gusty winds 25 to 30 miles per hour, and we're going to have some of that cloud cover in spots, it is no doubt going to feel chilly. Temperatures today going to struggle to get out of the lower and middle 60s. Not too much of a step back. We were, after all, only in the lower to middle 70s on Tuesday, but nonetheless, it's that chillier air here that we are used to seeing at times in late October, but no more rainfall. It's just going to be about those chillier temperatures moving forward. Mark and Shanika, I got to admit, I pulled out the heavier jacket. Maybe it was just because I wanted to get in the spirit of these chillier temps, but I think a lot of folks may have done the same today.
I lived in South Dakota for 3 years, so there's no winter jackets or, for me at this particular point, though it does get cold here.
Yeah.
But for me, I just walked out, shirt, got in the car and came to work. But hey, it is the fall season.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And we know trick-or-treat and Halloween's right around the corner, so let's just get ready.
So I just want to say, it's funny how Damon said he brought out the heavier jacket. He comes out, you should see this jacket, guys. He has a leather jacket.
Yep.
It is very thin. So heavy. I'm not sure about that, Damon.
It's got some padding in there. You'd be surprised, but you're right. I just pull out the old leather jacket. It's my go-to, and it's got to get down to like 10, 20 degrees. Then I'll pull out a parka, kind of. But,
you have a parka?
Snowboarding jacket. Does that count?
Okay, all these years I did not know that.
Yeah, I got something. I just don't ever wear it.
Okay.
Whoops.
All right, Damon, thank you very much. All right, let's talk some news. Shanika, we have news out of the White House, but literally out of the White House. A man was arrested last night after he drove a car into the Secret Service gate near the White House, and then this happened Tuesday night, and White House officials confirming what happened.
Yeah, Mark, details about what led up to the crash still remain limited. However, U.S. Secret Service says the driver crashed into the gate that was on 17th and E Street Northwest just after 10:30. And again, this happened last night. Now, that driver was taken into custody. Right now, it's not clear if they were hurt or charged. So we are still following the situation. But again, a video taken from the scene, as you can see right there, that is the car just sitting on the sidewalk outside of the security booth. And the front bumper is off. Authorities say that they were searching that car and they deemed it safe. And Mark, I don't know if you recall, but a couple of months ago, something similar happened, and it just seems like it happens pretty often.
But you also know, Shanika, anytime something happens near the White House, the response is going to be quick,
Of course.
swift,
Yeah.
efficient, and if there's any kind of threat, the threat will be dealt with and eliminated
Right.
in some cases. So
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
quick, fast, and in a hurry. In other news, D.C. Council, they are looking at capping the reselling of tickets for events in the region. Shanika, we're talking about council members. They're really all supporting this bill that would restrict the price of tickets resold for concerts and sporting events and other events here in the nation's capital. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. D.C. Councilman Charles Allen introduced the bill that was in April. They had a public hearing this morning. We're still following this story. And the cap would be to sell those tickets if you decide to, but no more than 10% of the original price. Now, the bill that would restrict all of the scalping, the scalpers. Some residents, they are annoyed with how when people buy tickets, you want to go to a nice concert and you see that, all right, yeah, the tickets are now double because everything is sold out. And so I think that these resale platforms are certainly not going to like that as well.
Shanika Grimshaw, let me tell you, I at risk of dating myself, times have changed. I remember when I was working out in Kansas City, I did a story about scalping. Of course, now it's reselling tickets through platforms. But I remember doing a story about scalping, and they were Kansas City Chiefs football tickets. And we went out with a police detail, an undercover detail, and anyone who sold a ticket for $1, might have been 1 cent over the actual price of the ticket, they were arrested on the spot. Of course, this is several years ago, but times have changed now. You literally have reselling businesses, to resell these big tickets for concerts and sporting events and things like that. And going to a sporting event, especially if or any kind of an event, a concert, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, whatever, to try and take your family members, it's a very, very expensive trip. It's like a mini vacation.
Oh, yeah.
With as much money as you can spend. So maybe City Council taking the step to maybe give folks in the region a bit of a break.
Yeah, those big companies like SeatGeek or StubHub, you will, if you want to go anywhere, you see that tickets are sold out, go there and you can buy those tickets at double the price. I mean, I had a friend, Mark, who recently went to the Chris Brown concert. Ooh. And she had bought tickets, she told me, $1,000 plus, right? And I'm looking at her like, did you really just buy a ticket for $1,000? Now, she did say she bought it to resell it, and she got double. Yeah. So, yeah.
As a business move.
Yeah, it really is.
I get it. And, again, a lot of these tickets involve sporting events, and a big sporting event tonight here in the district,
Wizards.
The Wizards, their home opener against the Milwaukee Bucks, and superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo. Tip-off is tonight at 8 o'clock. And, the Wizards, they have a lot of young talent, and they're trying to build a team the old school way through the draft and, just acquiring young free agents. And maybe the Wizards, Shanika, and I know they're near and dear to your heart, maybe they're taking it slowly, doing it the right way, and if the fans are patient, maybe they can build something in a year or two.
Yeah, I think I have some patience. I mean, I'm a hometown girl, so of course, all my home teams, so Wizards are one of them. I can't wait to just go to a game and get some good food and watch those players. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, and with excitement comes, I guess I have to be patient as well.
And they have some good veterans, C.J. McCollum and Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is an NBA champion. He played for the Bucks a few years ago with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So they also have that veteran leadership not only in the locker room but on the court. And then another pickup, and I'm biased here, Cam Whitmore, who's from the DMV. He went to Villanova. He played for the Houston Rockets last year. Didn't get as much playing time as perhaps his talent warranted. So he's going to get an opportunity to shine here in D.C. And hopefully he'll be able to add to a young core of talented young players. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Look, and we talked yesterday a little bit about baseball. You both said, we don't know that much about baseball. I got to admit, basketball is not my forte, but it's the hometown team. It's the Wizards, and I know that some of my teams that I root for, anytime you got to go through that little bit of a rebuild, it's going to take that time, but the beginning of a season, so exciting. I know the fans are ready for it because anything's possible. So I'm excited to see how things go.
And you guys know, anytime a sports team does well, it has just a tremendous impact on the region. It's a boost, for so many of us. Everybody has things that they're dealing with. But, sports is something that can kind of really galvanize people, if you will, together. The Commanders did that last year. I think if the Wizards just play good basketball, I think the fans will certainly support them. Anyway, it is 12:11. You're watching DC News Now at noon. Stay with us. We're back in 2 minutes.